Hey, if it like YouTube, welcome back to another episode of the Black Pearl. Okay, so this episode I'm going to start to create the next island. This is the tools I'm going to be using: the epoxy, the acrylic rod as usual, along with the drill, and I'm also using this Slater's hammer. It's very handy to chop and can make your rocks more interesting. So I've just made a start on the foundation, and when you're doing these kind of islands with the acrylic rod, it's important to make sure you get a solid foundation so that the island's not going to topple over. I've also started to drill all the other various rocks ready to slide onto the acrylic rod. But here's a closer look at the foundation. I've actually got this overhang. This is going to be the back of the island, and I think this will just be a nice wee spot for a tang or something to hide in, which will be pretty cool. Hopefully, I'm hoping the Regal Tang kettle, I'm hoping she goes in here, because just now she's kind of set up her house next to one of my power heads, and every night she keeps battering the hell out of it, which is quite annoying, like. Right, I've just added another level to the island. I've got it epoxied in place. Hoping for this to go off. As soon as this goes off, I'll start working on the top. But overall, it's taking shape. When you're creating these islands on the acrylic rod, it's a good idea to drill a couple holes, a few holes, maybe one in the centre, one at the end, and that way it gives you options to slide the rock onto the rod and try various things, because the last thing you want is to end up with an island that just looks like you've got a heap of rocks stuck on a rod, so you just trial and error just to find the sweet spot and to try and get a natural look that you're looking for. But yep, this is taking shape. It's coming along. Obviously a few details to add to it, but overall I'm happy with it. Okay, that's me finished. I've just added the top to it, so really pleased with it. Now it's time to take the acrylic rod down. So what I do is I use this knife all the time for all my aquascaping, and I just heat it up and then melt the acrylic rod. It just goes through it like butter. You've obviously got to heat it up a couple of times just to make sure you get right through. But doing it this way, you're not putting any pressure, kind of like trying to saw the acrylic rod or that. This just slides through it nice and easy, and that way you don't break any of your aquascape that you've spent a lot of time creating. So a wee tug here, it should come off. There we go. So that's that done, nice and easy. And this bit that's left, what I'll do is I'll just get some epoxy and I'll just glue a little rock on the top of there so you'll never cane it's there. I've actually got some rock left, so what I'm planning on doing is making another little island. So I'm just hammering this wee rock and wanting to get 2 bits out of it. There we go, perfect. This rock here, a lot of people will have a similar rock. It was just a boulder and it had like a really flat piece here. Really uninteresting and very hard to use for aquascaping, so I took the hammer, I've got rid of the whole flat side and made it a little bit more interesting, and then I just chiseled away with a hammer and made a hole right through it. So it kind of gives the rock a wee feature. I'm going to use this rock as a base, and I'm just going to create like a very small island, and I think I'll call it Serenity Island. Excuse me. So I've just added just a couple of bits of rock onto the sides just to make it a wee bit more interesting. Here we go, this is Serenity Island. It's quite a nice little piece. It's not very big, but I think it will look quite nice in the pearl. and this is Shangri-La Island. Very pleased with this. It's timed right. It's kind of looks like a bonsai tree. It's pretty smart. Right, I've now took the island apart. I've stuck it into this 70 litre container of RO water. It's just in here just to give it a quick rinse, just get rid of any kind of loose debris and stuff that was on it, especially with all the chiseling and stuff I was doing in the putty. So this will just get rid of all that. Then what I'll do is I'll fill the container back up with fresh salty water, and then we'll get started on the cycle. And then hopefully, maybe in about 4 to 5 weeks, hopefully it'll be cycled and we'll be able to get it rebuilt and put into the pearl, which will be very exciting. I can't wait for that. Okay, so I'm just getting ready to add the ammonia and the bacteria to get this rock cycling. This time I've went with Brightwell Aquatics Microbacter 7 bacteria. I went with this instead of the wee balls I used last time, just purely because this is going to actually work a lot faster. And I'm also using the Dr. Tim's ammonia, same as I did last time. And this should work really well. So the sooner I get this in, the sooner it'll be finished. Right, that's it being added now. So it's just pretty much a waiting game now. Just got to wait for this rock to fully cycle, then I'll get the rock work rebuilt and fire it into the pearl, which is going to be fun because it's quite heavy. And the other islands that I built and put into the pearl, the tank was empty, so I actually managed to fit inside the tank, and my gorgeous wife, she managed to lift the islands. She took a fair bit of training to get her to be able to lift the weights, like, but she got there in the end. So I've got no idea how I'm going to manage to get these islands in. The little line's going to be a doddle. However, Shangri-La Island, I think it's going to be a bit of a yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pain, I think, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. But yeah, it's just a waiting game. Hopefully 4 weeks we'll be able to get this bad boy into position. It should look really good. Okay, a wee bit of sad news now. Unfortunately, my flame angel, he died. He died a couple of weeks ago. I haven't been able to mention it in the last couple of episodes, but yep, he just stopped eating altogether, just refused to eat. Didn't matter what I put in the tank, he wouldn't touch it. And the other thing was, as soon as he came out of Skull Island, Keto, the regal tank, she kind of just picked on him. I think she picked on him because she kind of knew he was weak. And I guess it's just the strong survive and the weak perish sort of thing, just like in nature. And it still sucks though, but never mind. I will get another one at some point. But, well, that's pretty much it for this episode. So, thanks for watching. Till next time, bye bye.